Hi, this is Tom Nugent, and this is part 2 of the Michigan Farm Bureau history. Here we're going to explore the 1930s and 40s and the explosive growth that this organization achieved. We saw tremendous highs in membership growth and the beginnings of the new parts of the family of companies. In the 1940s, the Michigan State Farm Bureau dropped the word state to become officially the Michigan Farm Bureau. World War II rekindled spirits and strengthened commitment to our country. Farmers were ready to work together to accomplish what they knew they wouldn't be able to do themselves. The basic beliefs in freedom, independence, the dignity of the individual, the private enterprise system, and their belief that those rights come with responsibilities were mirrored by the Farm Bureau. Membership grew quickly during and after the war to reach record highs of over 48,000 in 1947. The organization of the Michigan Farm Bureau was changed to eliminate seats on the board for commodity groups and create committees for the various commodities. The board now had representatives of 10 districts, 3 at-large members, and representatives from the Women's Committee and the Junior Farm Bureau. The Farm Bureau enthusiasm motivated 68 Farm Bureau members from 20 counties to march into the Cedar Street headquarters of the Michigan Farm Bureau and convince the board of directors that farmers needed an insurance company that understood the needs of farmers. In 1949, under the leadership of Niall Vermillion, Farm Bureau Insurance opened its doors with 3,500 chartered policies. In 1951, the Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company was born, and Farm Bureau Mutual added fire insurance in 1954, making Farm Bureau Insurance a full-service operation. As the 50s started, Farm Bureau had 51 employees in 7 divisions and 5 affiliate companies. Farm Bureau Services, Farmers Petroleum, Farm Bureau Mutual, as well as Farm Bureau Life Insurance. Farm Bureau would become a source for seed, feed, fertilizer, and insurance. Literally, Farm Bureau was caring for our members from the cradle to the grave. The Michigan Farm Bureau was also developing leaders. They started as community group officers, they graduated to county committees, county boards, and beyond. They were highly respected leaders in their communities and their industry. Ward Hodge became president in 1955 after coming up through the leadership ladder. He was vice president of the Sanilac County Farm Bureau, then president, then elected to the Michigan Farm Bureau Board of Directors. He became vice president before he was president of the organization. Countless leaders came in from Farm Bureau, including Nick Smith, who would go from the Board of Directors to the U.S. Congress. Roll call membership drives in the 50s all kicked off on the same day, and the statewide effort to sign up members had daily and sometimes hourly updates on local radio stations. And by 1959, 72,000 members had heard the call. As membership continued to grow, so did the organization. In the mid-50s, the Upper Peninsula was organized to make it truly the Michigan Farm Bureau. In 1955, the home office moved from the original home on North Cedar Street in Lansing to a new building on Grand River near the airport. Dues were raised to $12 to fund the expansion of programs, and Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance was authorized to offer fire insurance to non-Farm Bureau members. But as much as Farm Bureau changed, it stayed the same. Taxes, commodity prices, land use, farm policy, and the farmer's bottom line were on the minds of Farm Bureau members all the time. One issue in the 50s that will not be discussed again is the legalization of colored Oleo, a substitute for butter. 1,000 Farm Bureau and Grange women organized a campaign to fight the proposal in the state legislature. One group of women even dressed up in black and rented a hearse with a banner proclaiming the death of the dairy industry if the proposal passed, and drove it up Michigan Avenue to the Capitol. Legislators were not moved and approved the proposal, but the collective spirit would live on to fight other battles for agriculture.